What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
Mountains!
All you ever learn is my desire.
My name is Frankenstein!
Goblins gone mad!
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
See this? This is my boomstick!
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice cognac.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Here's Johnny. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains. There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror.
What's up, all you horror movie loving fuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Fright Flick FMK podcast. And on this week's episode, very special guest. I'm very excited. I'm joined by the very talented Ryan Cavalline.
Thank you. A million thank yous for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, I thank you for coming on here. For our little shit show, we always get kind of excited when somebody reaches out to us.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. If it wasn't for like shows like yours, I mean, what would we? Who would we talk to? No one.
Hey, and I'm all for that. Like I said, I am all for our show being like, if I could bring any kind of attention to independent filmmakers and what you do, I love it. And so we'd reached out through social media 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
something like that.
yeah. And I was lucky enough to get my hands on some.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on video, people, we have a YouTube channel and we have a podcast audio. Go to YouTube if you want to see it, but I'm holding up some of your stuff right here.
Yep.
And to be honest, I'd never heard of you until we reached out through social media.
Right.
And for me, that's one of the coolest things about this is getting to discover and learn about new movies, new directors, new writers. And so I'm excited. and like we had talked before we push play.
Yeah.
There's no questions in front of me, people. This is just me and Ryan sitting here. I got my Jack Daniels. Ryan's got his beer.
Bush Light, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot the shit. And what I want is for Ryan just to talk about yourself a little bit, brother, about whatever you want to share and about what you do, how you got into the business.
That's a loaded question. Well, where to start? It all started at birth. What a radical little ride that was, right?
Never forget that ride.
Yeah, I know. I've been making movies since high school, and even before that, I loved horror movies. Went to college for movie making, and just kept at it over the years. And like life changes, and I came into that era when you had the Kevin Smiths and the Robert Rodriguez's, and they're like, "Hey, you don't need to go to film school; just make your movie."
Mm-hmm.
Solid advice, right?
Yeah.
So still got to get a job, still got to do what you do. But, I've been fortunate enough that back in 1999, like my first film was picked up for distribution. And from there on, I've always said every movie we make or I make or move forward with this, any money we make goes back to the movies. It never went to my pocket. Mm-hmm. So fast forward 20 plus years, I've been fortunate enough to keep making movies off the movies we've made over the years. It's not a lot of money. It's enough to say, hey, we have money to go make another one. It's a vicious cycle. You're not going to get rich in this business unless some miracle happens and you're a Kevin Smith who got thrown into the limelight. But I've been very fortunate enough to have a great crew of people, and we're just able to keep doing them just off the money from previous films over the years.
That is, and you're from the Pennsylvania area?
Mm-hmm, yes, sir. We're about the middle of Pennsylvania almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I noticed in a couple of the ones I've watched, Well, before I get to that, there's something I read online.
Okay.
Quick question. Let me see if I can still find it. Hold on. I got it pulled up in front of me. I had it pulled up in front of me. Yeah, one of the things I read online is also some experience in treasure hunting, ghost investigation. But then I come across one that said Bigfoot researcher.
Yeah.
Was that is that a hobby?
So
I'm a fan of Bigfoot movies. I love Bigfoot shit. So,
well, my filmmaking made a left-hand turn at one moment.
okay.
I had got burnt out doing what we were doing, the repetitive stuff. I'm like, I just want to do something different. So I always wanted to make a documentary. So I looked into Bigfoot and what have you, and I'm like, holy cow, Bigfoot's in Pennsylvania. So I reached out to a bunch of the Bigfoot researchers in the area, and I met a few people who I'm still good friends with. Took me out, and they're like, there's sightings in your area that you don't even know about. So I got intrigued by it and really dived into it and ended up making 3 Bigfoot documentaries. Just something different to do. It was still folklore. And then when we started Legend Hunter Films, that was kind of the premise, is everything was based on folklore and stuff in the area. It's still horror, but you can run in so many different directions with it. But yeah, Bigfoot was a big part of my life for a while. I mean, I went out with these researchers and I was part of the crew, and it was fun while it lasted. And like everything else, runs its course.
No, that stuff like that, because I've always said, when it comes to like, I've watched a lot of like the ghost hunting type stuff, the investigators, all that stuff, like the folklore type stuff. I enjoy. I love watching it.
Yeah.
But then there's that part of me that's like, I'll watch it and be like, because I've had people like, do you believe in this? Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in this stuff?
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, I have to see it. Like that one that would. I want to go on a Bigfoot hunting thing because I want to be there when they say, look at that.
Right.
That could be that. And I'm like that with like ghost hunting shit. Like on the camera, they could say like, oh, I seen something in the camera. Look at that. And I'm like, no, dude, I need to be there. I need to see that chair fly across the room.
Yeah, you got to experience it.
I do. And that's, I find that stuff, I like it. And that's with your movies. I noticed that, like the folklore type stuff. And the very first one I watched was where's it? Guts on the Chainsaw. and when it starts off, it said that it was based on like a Pennsylvania folklore.
Yeah, all the stories.
That's one of them hard words my southern ass has trouble. Folklore.
Folklore. It's all right.
Sound it out.
Sounded out slow.
I know. I got to clap it out like folklore. And but yeah, I like that. I like stuff like that, and that's what kind of like when I seen that the folklore side of it. I like that type of stuff.
I like it because it's folklore usually comes from some type of story or truth at some point.
Yep.
So, I mean, to take these old stories that people never even heard of, it's great to recreate them again. And like you might take a folklore and turn it in your own direction. Like a lot of the films I do currently, we kind of make our own turn to it. But a lot of people have never heard of this stuff. And I'm like, it's going to die at some point if we don't keep it somewhat alive.
Yeah. And I didn't know about, anything. And so, but what it makes me do is get on the Google.
The Googler.
Yeah. And start kind of digging, because like when when I got the movies, the ones I have are Guts on the Chainsaw, The Devil's Hacksaw, This Way to Hell, and Inherited Scars. And once I'd watched them, and then I went to your website, Legend Hunters Films. That's their website. People go fucking check it out. And you got a lot of stuff, man.
That's I actually have probably 25 films or better. A lot of films are just outdated or out of print, or they're too old.
Yeah, but, and I started scrolling. I was like, holy shit, like this. Yeah. and there's some I want to watch, and I'm going to have to, after we're done here, I'm going to have to,
Tubi it up.
but yeah, they start doing a little hunting of my own.
But yeah, it was just I guess over the years of making films, you just kind of get tired of something. You want to try just something different, a different angle or something fresh. So there are I still do a lot of documentary work, but it takes so long to make that stuff that I can make 2 films in the time it takes to make 1 documentary. You know, it just takes forever.
And that's one of the things I always like to bring attention to from the independent side of what you and everybody else that's in that line of work. I appreciate the hell out of it because I can't do it. I don't have that in my brain to be able to do it. And I always find that it's so cool to me that people that can have this thought in their brain and can put it on paper and then they can put it in. And for me, I like that. And so I appreciate the hell out of it. And I always want people to understand what, like, these, I tell people, these are y'all's babies. That's what I call them. The films, they're babies. You put all this time and effort into it. And what I feel like sometimes people don't understand about independent. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I've know enough. When independent means you own your own pretty much, and you're doing the work, you're putting in, the funds and all this stuff, and that's why I like bringing attention to that because y'all do a lot with a little.
Everything.
Cases.
Yeah.
For your films, the ones I've watched so far, do you like have a good like click, like your group that's kind of like, because I noticed in some of your movies, like some of the same ones.
Sure. Yeah, I do have a nice pool of actors that we're all friends and we know each other quite well. So I can go in there and if people for technical stuff. I have one guy that does a lot of music for me. So I have one band of brothers, sisters that I can go to and be like, this is what we're doing. This is what I'd like to see you do. And usually 9 times out of 10, they're on board. And it's like going to summer camp every year.
Yeah. You said you did your first one in high school?
Yeah, my first film was in high school.
Man, in high school, man, I was just trying to figure out how to get a C in math. But let's make a fucking movie.
Well, back then there was a lot of shorts, it was never full features, but
I like some good shorts though.
But that's a great way to practice and
is.
and I got my first distribution deal was through a company called Brain Damage Films. And I think they're still around. And that was
look into that.
1999, somewhere around there, but it was all learning experience, all the years, every film you've done, you learn. You learn what the business is like real quick.
Yeah.
And over like I said, thankfully over the years we're able now to make money off of them that we can go make another film. But back then, you didn't make anything.
It's just for the love of it.
It's the love and a hobby really. Now it's still a hobby, but we can have to do our taxes on it now.
And pay Uncle Sam now.
Uncle Sam wants his cut at the end of the year.
Yeah. No, it
sucks.
And one of the ones I wanted to, I hope I get the name right. Nikki Carlson.
Yeah.
Plays I think her name was Nova or something like that.
Yeah.
Guts on the Chainsaw.
Guts on the Chainsaw.
And I forget the name she played in. The one I watched literally probably 30 minutes before we came on where I was finishing up this one, This Way to Hell.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance to watch Inherited Scars yet.
Well, that one's completely a left field one. I always like to throw a left field one in there.
Oh, I like some left field stuff.
Because then shows that a director can do a different range of things.
Yep.
So
and but I will say this, out of the ones I've watched so far, and Devil's Hacksaw, Guts on the Chainsaw, This Way to Hell was my favorite.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah. I love a good revenge type
story.
Yeah, where it's kind of like, you know, and here's another thing I want to give you all the kudos in the world on right here. Because one of my main things when it comes to horror movies, the one thing that will take a movie in my mind from like here to way up here is if you have that mentality of fuck them kids. Because I appreciate a horror movie that's not afraid to fuck a kid up.
We actually tamed it down. There was more to that should have been. Yeah, like Adam Holmes is one of my actors who likes to play a lot of the villains. And we were kind of writing a lot of that stuff. And he's like, you know, we should just throw the baby right in the fire.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, but we can push it, but let's not push it too far.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get that. But I appreciate that. When I was watching, even in not the Guts one, the other one, the Devil's Hacksaw. The Devil Hacksaw, when they showed up at the campsite.
Yeah.
And I seen that they said that one little girl was still there. They hadn't left yet. We got that one little girl. And I'm sitting there as I'm watching it. In my mind, I'm talking to myself as I'm watching. I'm going, Ryan, fuck this girl up. Kill her, Ryan.
Yeah.
Because it's for me, that's realistic. If some crazy ass killer shows up and this dude was loony. He was crazy. And so when I seen it, I was just like, okay, this is the moment in this movie where I'm going to be like, it was here and it went up here.
Everyone gets it, you know?
Yeah. And I was like, hell yeah, the little girl got it, you know? And it's not over the top. It wasn't, like you said, it was just, it was enough to let me know. Fucking
she ain't making it. Yeah. She ain't making it home.
Yeah. And with This Way to Hell, I didn't realize that it was a baby involved until she walks out the front door. And I'm hearing this crying in the background. I was like, oh shit, she got a baby in the house. And then in my mind, I did it again. I was like, come on, Ryan. What are we going to do with this one? And as soon as I started hearing like the gunshots and stuff like that, I was like, hell yeah. But then toward the end, when the dude had like the bag and he like dropped it and like the ashes came out and the little skull rolled across the ground, I was like, there we go. There we go.
Yeah. Like I said, Adam wanted to make it more extreme. He wanted to walk out with it out of the cabin and throw it in the fire.
Oh, damn. And
I said, well, I'll be honest, our main actress, Nikki, she's like, come on, that's a little extreme, guys. Yeah. So I probably tamed it back for her more than anything, but
I liked her. I liked her a lot.
She does a good job. Yeah.
I'd liked her in, the first one, Guts on a Chainsaw. Guts on a Chainsaw, I enjoyed it when she got to the part to where she shifted to Commando / Tomb Raider.
Exactly.
Yeah. When she came walking out, she had like the black vest on, and I was like, in my mind, I'm going Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando when he zipped up that little vest and he was ready to go do some killing, you know. And then she comes walking out, and I was like, oh shit, she's got the Lara Croft, the little hip pistol holsters on her side. And I was like, I like that look. I liked it.
That was all her idea. She's like, I should be like loaded up once I escaped. I'm like, well, yeah, every farmhouse serial killer usually has an arsenal of stuff somewhere.
Yeah, and she found it.
Yeah, that was all her. She's like, well, that'll come out all decked out. Funny thing about that movie is we did a movie maybe 2 years prior. It was called Myths and Mutants, which was based a bunch of folklore stories. And the one short was about albino cannibals in Pennsylvania. And she's in that short. And actually, some of that short I cut up and put in Guts in the Chainsaw. So years later, she's like, let's make a full feature about the albino cannibals, basically. And that's kind of how Guts on the Chainsaw evolved. So it's crazy how one little short ends up being a full length later, you know?
Yeah. I like that. I like that because I was like, when I had to back it up when she met the dude in the woods. And start talking, and he said something about some like albino cannibals. I'm like, what did he just say?
Yeah,
had to back it up a minute, you know. And but I was like, the whole time I'm watching it, I was kind of like when it started because I go into independent movies. I go into it with my mind. I accept the fact I know independent, or it's like they're doing a lot with a little. I don't go into it expecting, you know, all this high, big dollar CGI bullshit.
Sure.
So I don't go into it. And so when I see stuff, I'm not one of those that goes, oh man, they don't even look like real guts. You know, I just don't. I just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Of what you're trying to do.
That's all you can do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like when Guts on a Chainsaw started off, I was like, hell yeah. Got us a hot chick. We're in the woods. We're going in by ourselves.
What could go wrong, right?
What could go wrong? And then at some point I go, I hope I see a lost cell phone signal at some point.
Yeah, of course.
And then we get it. And I was like, here we go, checking all my boxes right now.
Well, you got to have all the check marks, you know. It was funny. Her and I were just talking over the weekend. We're like, we should do Guts on a Chainsaw too. I'm like, I don't know where we go with it from.
Oh yeah, I would. I'll watch it.
Thank you, one viewer. That's great.
Hey, I'm here for it. Shit. Hey, I'm off. And like I said, and I tell you right now, people, if you're out there, the ones I've watched so far, and like I said, I named them off, but like I said, go check them out. The Devil's Hacksaw, This Way to Hell, Guts on a Chainsaw. They're streamable. Are they streamable?
Yes, all of them are streamable. Yes.
See, there you go, people. Ain't gonna cost you nothing, even though you should go buy them, because realistically, there's nothing like holding it in your hand, people.
Yep, we have it forever and ever.
Yeah, physical media. At some point, streaming services stop streaming them.
Yeah.
There's going to be certain movies that you will never stream again. They're going to hit it for a little while and be gone.
Or it's going to get to the point where it's going to be more difficult for us to get on there.
Yep. That's like, so,
yeah.
And when it comes to independent side, people go, it's own the movie. And I enjoy being able to hold the movies in my hand. I enjoy, and the way I look at it is, you know, I can't make movies. I don't have that talent. I don't have the ability. And for me
neither. Don't worry about it.
Hey, you're golden, man. You're doing good.
We just wing this shit, you know.
Hey, that's why I do this show all the time.
Just wing it.
But for me, when I buy a Blu-ray or a movie, for me, it's like a way that I can say I can play a small part in an independent side of it.
Sure.
Because I can't make it. I don't know how to do that shit. But if I go spend some money, if I buy a movie, like you said, you take the money and go make another movie.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, that's a win, because I love independent horror. And just give me a heads up when Guts on a Chainsaw 2 comes out.
You know what's really crazy? I've never done a GoFundMe.
Oh, wow.
I will never do one either.
Really?
And there's a reason behind that.
Okay.
So people put money towards these GoFundMe. Like, if you're going to do it, great. I have nothing bad about it, but make sure you know who you're giving your money to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a lot of, I'm not going to name names, like other filmmakers out there that take your money and they go pay their rent.
Mm-hmm.
So I can look at that movie and say, well, we had $50,000 and this is the product. You didn't spend $50,000 on that. I can tell you that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful who you give your money to. My thoughts and my feelings about it is, if I did a GoFundMe and I die tomorrow, your money's gone and there's no product.
Yeah.
So I would never want that upon people. I don't know. I just couldn't do that, you know. So buy the product, rent the movie, watch streaming. That's the best way. If you're a filmmaker and you can't do that, well, then you got to look at your business strategy a little bit better. Simple as that.
I like that.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Hey, we welcome it here. And like I said, I like the fact that, like, you know, you can tell with you is from the enjoyment and the love of the movies, because like I said, like you said earlier, you make a movie, get some sales, get a few bucks in your pocket. Damn, let's go make another movie.
Go make another one,
yeah. And I like it. I like that. I like when I went through your website and I seen all the other movies. I'm like, man, he's got a lot of movies out there. And and what it does for me, and I hope it does for people who listen to this shit show, that it makes you go down those rabbit holes.
Yeah, just check them out. I mean, it
Yeah.
might not be your cup of tea, and that's fine. I get it. I
Yep.
mean, we get bashed on reviews, but I expect that stuff. I mean, $1 million movies get bashed. It's just
Oh
how it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, and I tell people all the time, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Um, I don't, I don't even get on here and try to be anybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
And that's what I like with independence, because nobody tells you to how to do what you do.
Right.
And for me, that's the best part of it, because I couldn't imagine, for my show, if I had somebody sitting across from me going, I need you to tone that down. I need you to not say words like fuck, cunt, bitch, whore. I can't, like, that would drive me nuts, you know. And so I that's why I like the independent side, because you have a thought in your brain, you can put it out there, and
Yeah.
if you want it, like I said, if you want to throw that baby in the fire, throw that baby in the fire, damn it.
We did a film years ago called Stockholm Syndrome back in 19 or 2005 or something like around there. And that was back when distributors had a formula and they would tell you, I want this, this, and this. And back then, that's when the Hostel movies were out. And so they wanted extreme stuff. They're like, more extreme, the better. So we did the whole baby birth thing with the coat hanger thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and to this day, I still get squeamish about doing that. I'm like, I can't believe we did half the shit we did back then just to try to make a buck with the distributioners or be in their good graces. But the films years ago that we did were way more extreme. I just,
Oh, really?
yeah, if they're out, very few of them are out there that I know of. If they are out there, they're pirated, but there's nothing I can do about that stuff. But back then, that was the formula. The worse, the better.
Yeah, and I'm like that now. Like you,
You're a
I'm
little
gonna.
late on that one, but
I
they're
know.
out there.
I'm going to go hunting for that one.
It's probably on Tubi somewhere. I don't know. I just don't even bother.
You had me at clothes hanger, right? You had me at clothes hanger.
Yeah, they were bad back then, but back then you were just trying to make a name and trying to be gracious with the distributioners.
Hmm? Is there anything that you're in the works on right now?
I actually I have three films actually. We're finishing a ghost documentary, which that should be out later this year.
Hmm?
But currently I'm shooting two films at the same time because I like chaos.
Oh yeah.
So shooting one this way and shooting one this way. So right now we have it's a folklore story about Hans Trapp, the cannibal scarecrow, which is a German folklore story. Very cool stuff. And then on this side I got The Legend of the Pig Man, which is a New York folklore story we're doing, which is more Texas Chainsaw style. So like literally I'm shooting both of them at the same time.
Awesome. Because I've seen that on the Instagram. And right now, family, if you listen or watching this, I'm gonna put all the links up to Instagram, his website, all that stuff. You can go click on it and go show some fucking love, people. And I did see the Pigman one on there, and when
Yeah.
I didn't, before I read it, I thought it was maybe already out.
No,
I got
not
ahead of
yet.
myself. I seen the picture, and I instantly went to looking for it.
Yeah. I like to feed a little,
Oh,
just
yeah.
feed a little for a while and
You got me. You got me.
hopefully you'll come back, keep looking what's up with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of the stories are based on folklore of some sort.
How did you the one This Way to Hell? It
Mhm.
said something about when it started, like a German folklore.
That's basically based on Faust, the story of Faust. It's just my version. Actually, that was an old script I had sitting around for a long time.
Okay.
It's really Faust. You're selling your soul in some way. I mean, it's been done a zillion times, but um, that one was like a passion project because it was like mob related and hitman stuff, and it just been sitting on my shelf forever. I'm like, we finally got to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's the same with the Devil's Hacksaw. That was based on a story about the bus incident. Was a real incident out in California.
And yeah, I remember watching a documentary. I think it's the same one.
Yeah,
But a documentary I watched on that where the dude, like, they had hijacked a bus of kids and they were going to like hold them for ransom.
yeah. It's
And
So, some stuff we borrow and we'll use, but like the Devil's Hacksaw was just a fun, let's make a fun Terrifier type of thing. And
Mhm.
even Inherited Scars, which is just a straight comedy, it was just a fat passion project. It was just a script we've had sitting around forever. I'm like, finally, we have time. Let's make something that I know is not going to sell, but I want to do it, you know,
Hey,
you know.
because I always wonder, like, how does it? How do I can't even comprehend the question? How like you? How do you, how you get it out of your brain on the paper? Kind of like you just have these ideas that just kind of pop up and be like, you know,
I got notes everywhere. Like it
yeah.
just, hey, I got a stupid idea. I'll write it down. That might transfer into something later, or just constant notes constantly. Or I'll start writing something, then I'll throw it away and start. It's just constant. The brain don't shut off. It's a problem.
Mine don't run enough sometimes. My mine stays a lot of one track shit sometimes. Maybe that's my problem. Because my brother, my younger brother, he's the one I say is the smart one in the family. He's got all that ability to do that. When he was in high school, he had a band. They wrote songs and did all this shit. And I
Yeah.
would hear some of the songs he's singing. I'd be like, I don't even know where that comes from. Like I don't. I do not have that in my head to be able to do that. And so that's why I always it's so cool when hear like some
Comes
people.
from the black hole.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't found the cover to my manhole cover to get to that hole. I don't know.
Sometimes if I just have a kick-ass location, I just write around the location. Like the Devil's Hacksaw, we had that camp, and
Yeah,
the owners were cool enough to be like, "Hey, I don't want to come out and make a movie. Go ahead." So
nice.
the whole time we're thinking Friday the 13th, but it's transformed into this other thing. But just kind of rode around the camp more than anything.
I did. I like some of the areas. I got ice in my mouth. Shit, that was rude,
That's all
people. My bad.
right. He said.
You said there was, but yeah, I noticed that because I didn't know when I started watching them. I didn't know if there was I didn't know if they were tied together in any kind of way because, like, I noticed like with a couple of the locations,
Mhm.
like the tire place was in one of them, and then that
Yeah,
tire place was in the this way to hell.
yeah.
And so when after I watched blood on guts on a chainsaw, then I watched hacksaw, and I'm like, well, was I supposed to watch this in order? I didn't know if there was like any type of tie together
No,
type way.
it's just the Cavallini universe. It'll all come together at some point.
Hey, we'll be here when it does, when it all comes together.
It all comes together at some point, kind of like other filmmakers have their universe come all together. But sometimes I just have kick-ass locations and cool owners, and they always want me to come back. And if it fits the part, we'll go back. You know?
I like that. I like that. Just that random type. Like, it's so cool that people are like that though, because it'd be cool for me to have if I had a location and somebody would be like, "Can I shoot a horror movie there?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's usually the response. Like, yeah, like
yeah.
you're gonna shoot blood. I'm like, oh yeah.
Can I watch it? Can I just let me be there and watch it happen?
Yeah, like I don't know how many times I've used the same bar, how many times we've used the tire place, but they always love it, and I'm like, yeah, what the hell, you know?
I did like in the hacksaw one. Oh, the Devil's Hacksaw. I was watching it, and there's certain characters I always kind of like in certain movies that I like them.
Yeah,
I like the girl Nikki and all of them. In the Devil's Hacksaw, I did like there was some comedy in the Devil's Hacksaw,
yeah,
certain
yeah.
parts of it. You know, um, I liked how that like the detective went and talked to like the old retired detective, and then he kind of walks off and is kind of like that was a fucking waste of time. Then the old school guy's kind of like, how the fuck he become a detective type? Wait, I
Yeah,
like it. I like that it has some the comedy parts in it, but the character I liked, she was only for a little while. But the crazy lady on the front porch,
oh, the
but
crazy.
the suppose I guess been the one that kind of adopted the crazy the little psycho killer into their
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
And her sitting on the porch, like
It-
he's a good boy.
her name's Ashley, and her and her husband do some acting for me. They're actually theater actors, and
Okay,
she's always like, "Hey, she just wanted something deeper.
yeah,
She just didn't want to be a kill victim." And I'm like, well, "How about a crazy lady?" And she nailed
yeah.
it.
I liked her. Like as soon as she started talking, I was like, I like this chick. Like I would want to sit there on the porch with her,
Yeah.
just listen to her.
She came up with all that. I was like, I showed up the day and we're like, all right. And she started. I'm like, it's magic.
So they're like husband and wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And We actually shot at their location before. Forgot some chainsaw. It's the whole farm. The one part of
Okay.
this farm. Yeah, it's their location. So you just kind of use what you can and just keep the group together and we figure shit out together, you know?
Yeah, and I thought that I recognized them from when I watched the hacksaw, the Devil's Hacksaw, because
Uh-huh.
I seen him when he showed up to talk to him. I was like, I think that was the same couple
Yeah.
from Guts on the Chainsaw at the farm area.
Hmm.
But yeah, but totally different lady as far as the way she acted. Like the first one, she was like, screaming, dies, gets killed. But then this one, her playing the crazy lady,
Yeah.
I liked her in that one because she just kept on like, he's just a good boy. And she played crazy lady very well, you know.
It's very, very well. I wish we could have maybe extended that more, but sometimes you write the stuff and you're like, you don't know how it's going to go, but she
Yeah.
played it so well. I'm like, that's too bad we couldn't revisit that again, you know?
Yeah, I liked him. I liked her in that one. That's the one that stood out in that one for me was her, because he just came out of kind of nowhere. Like it was
Yeah.
like looking for this kid, and the next thing you know, like what the fuck is she sitting on the floor for? Like she's playing with like it looked like she was almost like playing with something on the floor, like a little kid.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
had this stuff on the floor. And then when the dude started talking like her husband, I
Mhm.
thought maybe he was just like the brother that was taking care of the loony sister, you know. And I'm
Could have
like,
been any angle, huh? I don't,
yeah.
you know?
I'm like, no, that's his
Yeah.
wife. That's that true love, baby. I
Yeah.
love you
True
no matter
love.
what.
No matter what degree of crazy, I'm there for you.
Yeah. And the whole time I'd been looking at the tech to be like, take her with you. Take her with you. I need a little break.
Yeah, with that film, we just I don't know, I kind of wanted to go Terrifier style, just kind of a little bit comical, you know,
Mm.
show different ranges. You know, not I try not to make every film the same. You know, just this is this way, this one's this way, just a little different, just to break it up a bit.
I did like the look of the killer, the
Hmm.
crazy guy. Like he left a crazy house, had like the straight jacket on.
Yeah,
I really liked his mask. I love the part where he unzips it just enough to eat some body parts.
those were edible eyeballs.
Hey, he sold it. Cause I was like, when it showed it, I was like, because another thing in movies, when I always joke about on here, I was like, if you're gonna give me a cheaper type movie, I was like, there's certain things I look for. Give me the hot chick, give me
Yeah.
the usual, let me lose my cell phone service. But then I always say, show me some boobies.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
then we get the boobies in the hacksaw, the two girls at the little bar or whatever,
Yeah.
when he comes out and she's like, "Oh, do you want to see some boobies?" And I was like, "Here we go."
The
We have
things you need in a movie, a horror
we
movie,
have
you know.
we have hit the cycle here, people.
That's funny. Those girls were in another movie for me, and like they're like my go-to girls for such things. But I gave them bigger roles in the films we're shooting out, and those girls just all out. They didn't give a shit. Bloodied up, jumped in
Yeah,
mud puddles. They were like, "We love it," and they're just drenched in blood, and like, "Thank you."
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, though.
They don't give a shit. I don't. They have no. They just love it, and I'm like, whatever, more blood. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I like to add, Ed. I like I said, each character in them. I like the look of them. Like I like the crazy dude with the straight jacket face, and I did like the guy in This Way to Hell, the main
Mhm.
the main killer in it. That guy just looked that part perfect. He had the right
Yeah,
build. He had this like big butched up looking dude.
yeah.
And yeah, but one of the things, I have a question about Guts on a Chainsaw.
Mhm.
Do you remember when that one was done?
Uh,
Let me see. Is it on the thing?
Jesus,
It's been
2001, two,
okay. I just wanted to make sure
yeah,
because I think somebody copied you.
maybe.
I think you seen the newer movie, In a Violent Nature.
I beat them to it.
That's what I'm saying. When I
Yeah.
watched that movie and I seen the character, the look of him,
Hmm.
as soon as I seen it, I was like, that looks just like in a violent nature.
Yeah.
That dude that was carrying the fucking hook, and he had that kind of fire mask looking thing on.
Yeah.
It's like they copied you, Ryan.
You know, over the years, I've caught other films and filmmakers, and you think, well, that looks real familiar to our stuff. I guess alike minds think alike. I don't know.
Hey, take it as a compliment.
It is, you know, that's fine. And it's horror, and it's hard to come up with fresh stuff sometimes. So, you borrow. I'm sure half my shit's borrowed too. I've probably seen something somewhere. I'm like, I'll use that, but change it. You know?
But it's okay because it's a different look. It's a different story, a different
Right.
thing that goes with it, and it's okay. But I'm all for it. I would have liked to have seen our boy from the Hacksaw survive.
Well,
Crazy dude I liked him. He was crazy. I liked how when he chopped that dude's head off, he puts it in the little Tonka truck and he's like pushing it in the backyard like a kid. He's a kid.
He's a kid.
Mentally.
Mentally, yeah.
Playing with this little truck out there with a severed head in it, And I was like, I like this guy. It's one of those movies where I wanted him to win in the end.
Well, we actually, when we finished it, Adam and I were talking about, we could keep going with this and just we almost shot it back to back, like another one, and would just hold on it. And I was going to edit it later. But I'm like, I don't know where else to go with it other than the angle was to make it into more of a Christmas story at the end and keep going with that angle. But at the time, it was like the middle of December, I think, when we shot that. And I'm like, we might have to hold on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down to see more of that guy.
But it's a possibility, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sequels we talked about. Like I said, got some Chainsaw 2 and maybe Devil's Hacksaw 2. I don't know. I kind of like to do new stuff, then we'll go back to old stuff.
Yeah. And like I said, I look forward to digging more into what you already got out. But like I said, it's independent, it's new to me, and I'm looking forward to check it out. And whatever else you got coming, you got a table at this shit show anytime. If you got
I appreciate it.
anything you want to promote, talk about, shoot the shit on, but I like to ask people, what was the first horror movie that you ever watched?
As a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Nightmare on Elm Street was one of the first ones, but it was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre that really, got deep in the heart, and it's still stuck here to this day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was curious, like, people's first horror movies. Like for me, it was the original Poltergeist. That was the very first one. To this day, still makes me feel
that feeling. Yeah.
Yes. It's like I'm that fucking kid hiding behind the couch again.
Yeah.
And
I get that way with the Exorcist movie. Like that was one that stuck hard, but I saw it as a small kid, and that's probably not one you should watch as a small kid.
Oh no, that one could give you some issues.
Yeah, so that one still sticks, but they don't make them like that anymore. You
they don't.
They just don't. I don't know. Maybe they should go back to using the film from the 70s, that grainy film look that just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about it.
It is. And it was crazy to me because I did a show on the Poltergeist, and it had been, God, I couldn't tell you how long since I'd seen that movie. And so I rewatched it, and it was crazy. I'm watching it and I'm going, I'm a grown ass man. There is no way I should be sitting here right now with this feeling.
Right.
It's like, I still remember the night I watched Poltergeist, we watched that at my aunt's house. We come back home. We all go to bed that night. At the time, I had my own room. And we had this tree outside. And I remember laying in bed that night and I could see that tree kind of blowing. And I'm the older brother. I'm like 3 years older than my middle brother. I got my ass out of bed, went down the hallway, crashed in little brother's room that night.
Tree was just waving at you.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, there was just those, but it's crazy because it's like I want that now. I want that movie that can do that. Yeah. And I don't know I just don't think you ever get that feeling. It's like the first time.
Yeah.
Like the first time you had sex, first time I don't know.
That magic moment came and went. It's not coming back, Yeah, you can try to fake it as much as possible. It's just,
it's not the same. And because I always see posts all the time, people like recommend a movie that would just make me just not be able to sleep and do all this stuff. And I was like, I can recommend a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
But you just got to have You got to have yours. You got to have your moment.
You're right.
Your cherry has to be popped, whatever that movie may be for you.
Yep.
And for me, it was Poltergeist, and it was so cool to watch it after all these years later, and still just a little bit be like thinking to myself, like, what's wrong with you right now?
I think there's something about those films or something because, like, a few years back, I did a documentary called "The Exorcism Prayer,"
Mhm.
and it was based on priests that did exorcisms. The whole time we made that movie was the worst film I ever gone through to have it made. Like, numerous weird shit happened. It was just a problem after problem after problem. After we were done with that, like, it literally was one of those films. Like, I'm glad we're done with it, and I'm never revisiting this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that weird gut feeling. I don't know if it's the subject or if the things we talked to the priests about, but some of the priests were like, they don't like you doing this. And I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
yeah, it was a creepy time to be making that. Like, I don't think I'd revisit it. Mm-mm.
I don't think I would either.
No, it's just
I
something
think if I
about
sit
it.
there and that old priest looked at me and was like, they don't
Yeah.
like you doing this, I'd be like, who the hell is they?
We have a ton of stories of just stuff that just went down. It's just odd, weird shit, But when the film was done, I said, "We are done. It's locked. It's over. Done. Psh, everything stopped."
Wow.
Weirdest thing, huh?
Can I watch that? Where's that
Yeah, that's on Tubi. Yeah.
at? Oh yeah. What's that? I'll get the name of
The
it.
Exorcism's Prayer. Yeah,
Exorcism's Prayer.
yeah.
I have to watch that with when the wife's
Well,
in there with me and the lights are on.
the
So
lights are on. Yeah, there
you
you
can
go.
hold me.
But yeah, like those type of films, they just I don't know. Maybe it's just a certain time in your life and the different memories at the time, and I think how stuff was filmed back then is just different, and it just held something to it, like a grain or something that just you just don't have it. Everything's so clean now that I don't think it.
Yeah.
So a
There's
lot of people that see my films are like, "Oh, that was really scary to me." I'm like, that was just fun." I don't know why you think that was scary. I don't know. Some people are just different, I guess. I don't.
Yep. And it's that, and I do like that kind of old school, grainy type look,
Yeah.
and it's funny. Like when we were talking before we started recording about our 10-year-old who loves horror, and I have yet to see this kid be scared of anything.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching Poltergeist. I remember when that dude started peeling his face off, and I'm like, I'm hiding. I went behind the couch, and I'm
Yeah.
peeking, like, But then I watch her sit down and watch Terrifier,
Yeah.
and not flinch. And I'm sitting there going, "You're not going to have that moment. You're not going to have that, like you're
Everyone's desensitized. I don't know.
I don't get it, man." But I was because the whole time I'm watching her, there'd be a couple of times where she'll like kind of like turn her head, but she doesn't have that, like she hasn't went hiding. Like my ass got up off the couch
Yeah.
and hid from Poltergeist.
See, I think Martyrs would have scared her more.
Yeah, the only thing with like when she walked in on Martyrs, she didn't hang around. She kind of poked in and she stood there a minute and went and got back on her iPad and did her thing, And
Because
then
the European version's very kind of dark. It's
yeah,
yeah.
that's the only version in my opinion.
That's the only version really to watch. But I mean, that's sick and twisted. Yeah. I mean, but like I said, a different generation of kids, different. I don't know. They're so desensitized with media and social media and what have you. I mean, I don't know if that scare's still there anymore.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who don't get to have
scare.
Yeah,
that experience.
Yeah, it's a God, and it's crazy. Like I said, you have that like to be able to say like that's the movie that did it for me. I think that's cool. To be able to have that and like I said, like for you, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
And for me, I've watched them.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like that very first one.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it.
Yeah.
I've watched the other ones. I've watched remakes and stuff like that, and I'm just kind of like,
it's not the same.
Not the same. I've watched all the Poltergeist movies, the sequels, the remakes. I'm like,
it's not the same.
I don't get it. It doesn't give me that feeling, And
but every time they make one of those, I'm like, oh yay, and then I see it, I'm like, oh no.
Get my hopes up.
Oh, that sucks.
That's where I was when I watched the latest Final Destination movie.
Yeah.
I loved those movies. When they came out, it was new, different, kind of cool. And when this one was made, the newest one, I was like all excited. I can't wait till this thing comes out so I can watch it.
Yeah.
And I watch it and I'm just like, let down.
Yeah.
Let down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's why you hold those old ones close to your heart, and
yeah. And
that's all it is.
I'm glad that I guess I can look back in some of those movies that, that were out growing up, that we had that. Like, it was just,
Those were like my superheroes.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about Marvel or whatever, but those characters, those are my superheroes.
Yeah. And it took me, because growing up, I wasn't, like I said, my mom wasn't, was super religious. We didn't watch shit like that in the house. And so
Yeah.
for me, a lot of those older type horror movies, I've had to experience them later in life. Because like I said, probably really got into horror over the last couple of years. And so I've gone back, and up until recently, probably about a year ago, I had never watched all of like the Nightmare on Elm Streets, the Jason movies, the Texas Chainsaw. I've never watched them all. I've seen bits and pieces, maybe if it's on TV or something one day, but been able to sit down and watch them. And it's just something about that, like the old school vibe, man, that there's
just something about it.
It is.
Yeah.
And I like that in, like, even like some of the ones I've watched of you, is the way it's shot, the way it looks. One of the things I like that you do is I like when the kill happens and the blood kind of splashes back on the camera.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I liked. It's not nothing fancy, but it's just one of those things that, like, the first time it happened, I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
It's something simple, but I like it.
We can't afford to really kill people, so we gotta come up with other ways to do it.
Do what we got to do here.
Yeah, we'll fake it this way, I guess.
Yeah. But hey, I've enjoyed what I've seen.
I'm glad you have.
I'm looking forward to, like I said, I'm going to watch more. I'm going to be streaming, and I'm going to look for. I want to own some more also. So I know.
I'll send you copies of the new stuff when it's ready. Then you can be the first to see it.
Hey, hell yeah! Then we're gonna get on here and talk about it some more.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, and go check them out, family. Legend Hunters Films website. There's places to stream it.
Yeah.
Some of you little tight asses out there don't want to spend no money. Y'all want to stream it? Hey,
it's fine. I'm just happy people watch it. Like,
yeah,
it's
that's
just,
it. That's it. So it's an hour and a half of your time.
Probably not even that anymore.
Yeah, a lot of them now, maybe not. But for me, I enjoy, like, like me and Ryan were talking before the show, and I told him, I said I was watching the show yesterday, one of the movies, and my wife walks in at the very end of the movie. She haven't seen anything, seen nothing of the movie. Walks in at the very end, catches the last few minutes, and she's looking at it, and she looks at me and goes, "I feel bad for you." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You watch movies like this." And I was like, "I love movies like this." Like, and but it's different taste for everybody.
Well, now you can tell her you should feel bad for the director who had to watch it 1,000 times.
Hey, but I told her, I was like, you didn't watch it all the way through. You got to watch it all. Okay. But I tell people all the time on this show, family, you all know this. I will never, ever, ever get on this show and tell you, do not watch a movie. I will never do that. If when it comes to horror, I tell people, watch it. No matter what, go watch the movie, have your own opinion of it. I get on here, laugh, joke, make jokes about movies or whatever. At the end of the day, my opinion ain't shit. You have to go watch the movies. I'm telling you, find them, stream them, and make your own opinion. There's been tons of movies that people love that it doesn't do it for me. And there's movies I like that people look at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah. Same way. Yeah.
And it's like, how can you like that? But it's just it. And that's the beauty of movies and having a fucking opinion, to have your own opinion about it.
Right.
To go watch it. And I need everybody.
It's Ryan's therapy. So,
hey, I love, like, yesterday when I sat down with it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I went through, like, back to back. I did the Blood on the Chainsaw and the Devil's Hacksaw, like, back to back. And I'm sitting there on the couch, and my wife was doing something, and I was like, I'm gonna watch these. I said I want to watch them before I do the show, And so sit down yesterday, and I liked it.
I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Hey, I do. Like I said, I tell when it comes to independent, because I appreciate the fact that what you all do, and how you have to be creative. It takes creativity to do things to make an independent film when you don't have, tons of money. You don't have all the fucking CGI bullshit and all this other crap, to be able to sit down and be like, okay, look, I want it to look like I just ripped his guts out. What can we do?
Right.
And then I feel sure you got people around you. You just gotta kind of look around like, we could try this. What about this? And I find that that's so fucking cool to me. And that's the type of shit I like, because I was like, somebody had to put in some thought behind that.
It's a beautiful chaos.
It's
the best way to put it. And like, we'll literally have arts and crafts day, I call it. And we'll do all the effects. We're like, well, how can we do this? Or how do we do that? Put the chainsaw to this and that. It's a beautiful chaos, and it just kind of makes a painting.
It is.
It is. It's a crazy process. I mean, I would never recommend anyone to go do it.
I for one, I say it to who I've had on the show who does this. I appreciate the hell out of it, and I want more. Don't stop doing what you're doing.
No, like I said, it's therapy. I don't think I can.
I enjoy watching this shit is therapy to me.
That's good.
Because no matter if it's horror, I want to watch it. Well, there's a ton of them. I'll watch it, and I'm never gonna watch it again.
Yeah,
but I just like knowing that it's a horror, and I get to watch it.
And you every once in a while, you just hit a gem.
You do. You're going to have that one that just tickles your sweet spot, people.
Yeah,
it's
rare, but it happens.
It's going to hit your movie tank, people. That's what I'm saying. It's going to hit that spot for you.
That spot, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I say you got to go try them. You got to give it a shot. Don't just scroll past it. Don't just be like, I don't recognize that. Go watch the movies. Go show Ryan. Go show him some fucking love on social media, his websites. Go stream his movies. Buy his movies, because we all like physical.
Sure.
And but yeah, and hey, Ryan, I appreciate you coming on here, man.
I appreciate you having me. It's been a ton of fun. So 1,000 thank yous.
Yeah, and I look forward, like I'm going to go down the rabbit hole.
Oh,
I want to dig into some more of your stuff. And I'm telling you, my wife would be looking at me like, really?
Really? Another one?
Sit down, woman.
Enough of this stuff.
Sit down, woman.
Well, I appreciate you. I really do. If it's shows like yours that help give us a voice to even say, hey, our stuff's out there, because you're going to do so much with social media. So I appreciate you 100%. So thank you for watching, and thanks for supporting us. And
hey,
1,000 thank yous.
Hey, from the Fright Flick family, we appreciate what you do. And here, I appreciate all independents, directors, writers, actors, anything. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, what you do. I appreciate your group that you have, and what you all do. And thank you again, man. You got a table. You got a table here at the Fright Flick anytime you want.
I'll take you up on that for another beer another night. How's that?
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, family. We've reached that time of the episode. You all should know what to do. If not, just look around the room and follow everybody else. But this is that time, people. You reach over. I need you to grab your drinks. Need you to gather up all your shit. Put y'all's chairs away, and y'all get the fuck out of here.
What's your favorite scary movie?
We have such sights to show you.
Ah! Monsters!
All you have left is my desire.
My name is Frankenstein!
That man's gone mad!
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
See this? This is my boomstick!
I ate his liver with some fava beans. A nice community. It's us.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It's alive! It's alive!
Here's Johnny. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains. There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror.
Welcome to the debauchery.